R/9M9H9E9. It saddens me that not many people know of the brilliance of this story. It's so far beyond a creepypasta. It's Lovecraftian, psychedelic poetry. Psychosis has always been the scariest one for me. I will tell you why, but it kind of ruins the story. Just read it. Anything by Vincent V. Carva. He writes some truly terrifying and sometimes hilarious stories. My personal favorite is Favor for a Favor, a story about the devil and a Freudian bargain with a twist. My dog was lost for 3 years. Is my absolute favorite. It freaked me out so much. Obviously, Pinball, The Stairs, and some of those Goatman Skinwalker stories are scary. There were 2 posts in AskReddit threads not too long ago that were both really creepy because they both had some form of proof. The first one was called The Whistler, and it was basically that this guy would always hear the same whistling. He ends up getting a video of it and post it on Reddit. If someone can find this for me, that would be great. The second one is about this guy and his girlfriend who run into someone called Jimmy C at a bar. This one I have, and it's almost too hard to explain. Just read it for yourself. The portrait is one of the scariest ones to me. There was a hunter in the woods who, after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearing, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hour, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. Nobody was inside. The hunter flopped down on the second bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by many portraits, all painted in incredible details. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into a look of hatred. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable, making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces. He turned to face the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. Face down in an unfamiliar bed, he turned blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portrait, only windows. The day of all the blood. The Harbinger experiment. The whole living in the sunlight bit freaked me out. The theater keeps me out. Is the one about the movie theater video game. There is just something about glitched video games that rubbed me many wrong ways. Definitely, who was fun? The Lolita Slave Toy story gets me every single time. It's so disturbing and upsetting. For the longest time I thought it was real. Dismembering young girls and turning them into mindless, voiceless sex dolls is a nightmarish concept. I have no idea how anyone could come up with something like that. Well, that's fucked up.